All right, what is up, guys? It is me, Riley Holbert, joined by Jimmy McClure.
What's going on?
Yeah, we just got our butts whooped, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of us lost 0-2, right?
Two really good decks in the finals today. We got Andrew Mahone playing Buzzgarb with the order pads, and I just lost to Kevin Baxter playing. It's like a Malamar deck, but there's no Malamars. He just plays B strings and.
Kevin described it to me as he built a beast box deck with like Naganadel and stuff, and took out all the bad cards. So namely Naganadel.
I mean, it's a pretty good deck. I just played against it. I was playing Buzz Rock today.
Oh, that match is rough. Man.
Yeah, I mean, he just. It's kind of hard because he doesn't have to play the Malamars down, right? So he has a small bench, so it's hard to use Dangerous Rogue.
Stomlings are going in.
Yeah, and then sometimes you just have to do like a poke with Baby Buzzwole, and he's got Max Potion too. He's got Max Potion.
He's got 4 B strings.
Yeah, it's rough.
Crazy.
Game 1, he got all 4 B strings down. He used all 4 against me.
Oh my gosh!
So,
yeah, you're probably over there terrified.
Yeah.
Does he have another one? Oh,
there's only so much you
can
can do. So we got Andrew in the finals. He doesn't have Lightning Rock. He does have Garbodor, but like we said, Kevin doesn't actually have Malamar in his deck.
And I think Andrew's biggest problem is going to be responding to multiple Dawnwings.
Yeah, and here we go.
And there's one in the active right now. Like, I feel like if Kevin gets off like 2-ish B strings, gets one Ultra and one Dawnwings after using his Dawnwings once, I feel like he's just good. He's good to go.
I think Andrew could maybe knock out one, but having to deal with 2 different Dawnwings, it's
and
just
then
gonna
potentially
be
an Ultra on the back end of that. So we see immediate Lily from Kevin. Seems like he's not actually got a whole lot going on in his hand here, but just enough to keep it going. Andrew does start the Lele. Obviously not a good start, but it doesn't really get super punished unless there's like Parallel City. Buzzgarb really hates that Lele sticking on the board under Parallel City. So I agree with that for Kevin for sure. He plays those Max Elixirs, so he wants to get that Dawnwings powered up ASAP. And it's probably going to see a pass, No reason to bench anything else. Andrew does have Nest Balls in hand, so he's ready to start, jet punching potentially. It's like feels really bad to stick a Buzzwole active right now.
It does, and also you got to think, Andrew doesn't play Field Blower, right? No. Buzzgarb does not run Field Blower, really. So it's even if he puts this Buzzwole up and uses Jet Punch, that Dawnwings could easily come up and get a turn 2 attack on that Buzzwole.
Absolutely.
You're
just a Max Elixir away.
Yeah, so if you're Andrew, you kind of need this Buzzwole, but at the same time, you have to find the right moment. And if it's not now, then I mean, if Kevin, I don't think I saw a Max Elixir in his hand. I could be wrong, but
it was not. No.
So Andrew's probably just gotta maybe put an energy on this Buzzwole this turn
and pass or
probably
something.
Pass and just try to get that turn 2 knockout.
I just think like. It's going to be the second Dawnwings will be such a problem. Because you can Absorption and basically pierce through anything. That is such a strong attack. But, that Choice Band is probably the other thing that's like his saving grace, right? To be able to Choice Band, get the extra 30 damage after having a strong energy. Because basically you're going to be, strong energy, B-String, tool of some sort, and hit into the Necrozma. And Choice Band's really the only tool that pierces through that 180 health after using Absorption. That's what I'm concerned about for Andrew. Especially putting that Choice Band down early. I might save that for the second Buzzwole that you're attacking with. So that way, you have that first knockout guaranteed with Absorption. You have the Choice Band ready for the second one. Because Fury Belt's not doing much in this matchup.
Right.
It only affects your math versus the Ultra Necrozma. And even then, like, just 1 energy away.
Yeah, we do see Andrew has a split of the Choice Band and fighting Fury Belt.
Yeah, he plays 1 Choice Band and 4 Fury Belt.
One band, okay.
Yeah, so he actually plays, like, more tools than average. I think this is actually just Ian Rob's list, if I remember correctly. Okay. So, yeah, it plays, like, 9 tools. So.
All right, and we're going to see the Jet Punch here, which I actually kind of like this because he played the N, so Kevin's on 7 cards. He unfortunately gets the Elixir here. If he hits this will be really bad, and that's 6.
He whiffs. That's a huge whiff, though.
So I think what Andrew's trying to do here is just the turn 1 Jet Punch, the tempo from the 60-30 early, and maybe if this can live, then he can get a lot of value out of his Buzzwole.
Yeah. The thing is, like, Kevin can very easily manage his bench. Like, he doesn't have to bench things until he's ready to like B-String onto them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he also does play Max Potion. Like, he could even like Max Potion that Ultra Necrozma that's active and just like come at me, man. Like, Kevin's not worried about rushing in with Invasion anytime soon because Andrew doesn't have a Trubbish on board. It's like you're not in a rush to get in the active position. Now, you would be a little concerned about that Necrozma getting stuck active, right? If Andrew had a Trubbish on board. But yeah, he's pretty much racking with nothing right now.
Yeah, and both of these decks, honestly, very reactive decks with
the
heavy B-string
4 B-strings in both of these decks, I think.
Yeah, both decks kind of just pretty content with slow openings and just kind of feeling out the pace of the game. And you see Kevin grab the Cynthia here. There's no sense of urgency, really. Maybe a Nani-X would be good.
He could, like, draw another Elixir and just be good, but, like, he's also not in a rush to do it.
He plays the baby Dawnwings.
He does.
That could be good to get on the board here.
It could. Actually, just sticking that active with one Psychic on it, just, like, hitting.
You can't be hit. I mean, even if Andrew were to Jet Punch it for 10, that's going to do 80 baseline.
Fast. Yeah.
And if he adds a Choice Band, that's going to do 140, I believe.
Well, the Choice Band's not adding on to the baby.
The Dawnwings, right?
It's not adding on to the baby one. That's
But it hits the Buzzpole's GX.
Well. Oh, you're saying Choice Band on the Dawnwing.
So if you were
I thought you were saying the Choice Band damage on the Dawnwing.
No,
okay, we're on the same page now.
If Buzzpole
there's the energy though. Oh gosh, Andrew's in a bad place then. Looking at his hand, does he even have a way to get another Buzzpole out? He might just like lose.
I think I maybe saw a Beast Ring. I saw Strong.
I saw a Beast Ring and Strongs, and
I don't think there's a Buzz.
I didn't see an out to a Pokemon. This could be really bad for Andrew.
All right, and we see the first knockout, Dark Flash. And what's Andrew draw? It's a Fighting Fury belt. Oh, that hand looks really bad.
That is so bad.
I don't think he can even attach to it. Then he just hard passes. This game could be over right now.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin just needs to hit what? Yeah, I mean, he needs 2 max elixirs, but...
It's doable.
It's certainly doable. I don't know if Kevin actually plays the full 4. I think he's just going to hit for 120. Oh.
And Andrew's going to concede?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so he hit for 120. Andrew didn't place damage counters before he drew his card, and he just scooped that one up. So we're going to go to game 2. Kevin taking a very quick game 1 with that turn 2 Dark Flash, knocking out the Buzzwole immediately. That's crazy. Yeah, that's just the power of Dawnwings, though, versus this Buzzgarb deck. You know?
Yeah, it's just... The Buzzgarb, it has to use Buzzwole. It's got 4.
It's it's really all you have. You don't have Zygarde anymore.
Or
like finesse you a little bit. Yeah.
It's pretty much your only hope. So I did like Andrew with the early Jet Punch combined with the end, just to kind of like, maybe have a chance at getting multiple Jet Punches or a knockout. But the problem is Kevin just didn't matter. He hadn't gotten his Elixir, turn to attack, and then after that, what do? Even if you do hit the Beast Ring, even if you do take the knockout, then Kevin gets to play his Beast Ring.
He does.
And it just spirals out of control from there.
It does, yeah. Yeah, and I think what's cool about Kevin's deck is because he doesn't rely on Malamar. The way Buzzgarb will usually beat these Malamar decks is they'll knock out that first Dawnwing. Dawnwings will take a lead.
Yeah.
They'll Beast Ring to 2 guys, Absorption that Dawnwings, and with Garbatar's on out. And now powering up that second Dawnwings becomes near impossible. And that's basically the win condition for these Malamar decks is a second Dawnwings. Whereas Kevin's deck gets it out so easy, lightning fast.
It's so easy. I just lost him in top 4, and
they come out of nowhere. Yeah.
It's what do you do?
Not much.
If you're fighting, I don't know. And Kevin's also got, which we haven't seen yet in this series, but he's also got a Lunala Prism Star.
He does.
Which I kind of got into a weird stalemate with him where I was kind of just trying to Guzma, poke stuff, and
max potion and Lunala.
Yeah, and he would go max potion, just get all the energy back, and at some point I realized
saying at a certain point you can't Guzma around me anymore.
I have to deal with this Lunala that I can't deal with. It's probably a 3-shot.
Nuts, Oh, that Lunala is so good against every deck that doesn't have Zoroark in it.
Yeah, it's just I mean.
Kevin's deck actually, I think, does struggle against Zoroark decks in general. I've played him. We played a bunch last night testing out this concept. He's like, Riley, convince me this is bad. Play me with Zoroark, and if you beat me, I won't play it. And I beat him 3 times, and he didn't, and he still stuck to it. He stuck to his guns. He said they were close enough.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, longtime player, just got his World Invite today. Actually,
he did. Yeah, with a top 16 finish is all he needed today. But he's in the finals now. Perhaps even the favorite to win this tournament.
Yeah, definitely, I would say up 1-0.
Yeah.
Even if something catastrophic were to happen in this game, he would still have a 3rd game going first.
And I just think Kevin's game plan is so effective against Andrew's deck.
It is. Honestly, I think his deck is really effective just in general.
He planned that deck out phenomenally.
It's really nice because you have the Baby Dawnwings, you have the Lunala. So, I mean, one of those goes down early. You don't have to bench another Nani-X. It's a very standard 7-prize game you get to play. And... it's very solid. It's very quick. Hits Buzzwole for weakness. It does. And against Zoroark, you got the Ultra Necrozma. So, I like Kevin's deck a lot. But we're going to see game 2.
Another Lele start.
Another Lele start.
And is that just a bunch of energy and an N?
He's got, I think.
Oh, that's a Lily. Oh, that's not even.
Oh, he's got a Nest Ball. Okay.
Okay. Thank goodness.
So this isn't too bad. If I'm Andrew here, maybe you're trying to look at this turn to attack. I don't know.
I mean,
how
Andrew
else you
can't.
win.
If I was Andrew, you can't turn to impact with this deck, right?
Oh, no elixirs.
Yeah, there's no elixirs, but you could, just slowly power him up on the bench and try and finesse that way, and that's an option. get that first move off. But like I almost feel like these decks don't want to make the first move. I feel like both of them are playing chicken.
Yeah.
They want to say like you'll make the first move. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Andrew's hand. You also don't want to draw basic energy in Andrew's deck at all.
No.
You want to draw the strongs because you only play 7 basics with no recovery for them. So you're gonna run into these situations, and I played this deck at Elite Cup last week and had this problem where I had to use a couple basics early because that's all I had, and then I couldn't B string anymore because I ran out of energy straight up.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
We see the basic fighting in the band and
yeah. So we see an N. I'm curious about Andrew's decision to use the N there over the Lily.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a blind read. Kevin has set 6 cards either way, so
right.
Yeah, I maybe would have preferred to see the Lily there just because you have no information either way.
Right.
Might as well get the maximum value out of that Lily turn
Absolutely.
1.
I mean, he could have even tossed like one of the basic fightings and like Lily and still have an N in his hand for next turn.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I think that's where Lily shines the most. I'm not super fond of like Lily for 8. I'm fond of like Lily when you have like 3 cards that you want to save for next turn. And you just get 5 new ones.
It's
that's
nice.
when Lily's the
it's
best.
Refreshing in a format of either shuffle your whole hand away or discard your whole hand away. It's nice to be able to just add on.
What's Kevin got going on here? Doesn't look like much actually. We might see a little bit of finesse for a turn here.
Yeah, it looks like
I can't really
no
see,
basics, no supporters.
I see like 2 choice bands, max elixir.
Double elixir,
yeah, that's
max
just a
potion,
pass.
float. Oh wow.
Oh yeah, this could go downhill really fast. Just a second energy on that Buzzwole and float stone that Lele, and just see where that gets you.
Yeah.
He's just attaching that Lele. Okay.
Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah, I mean, he could even just concede this Lele and say, like, Kevin, if you draw out of this and kill this Lele, then I'm just going to respond with a Knuckle Impact.
Yeah, there's a lot of things he can do in this spot. He knows Kevin's hand's bad, and he kind of just
I think I'm and he has 2 ends in his hand, I think.
Yeah.
He's not going to play those ends
No,
at all.
absolutely not.
So he's just going to build up that Buzzwole as long as it takes him until Kevin does something. And
Another
right now,
max
Kevin
potion.
has nothing. Yeah, I mean, like, Kevin has a lot of ways he could pop off with, like, a nest ball or something. He could easily get a new guy out.
Ooh, I like this play a lot.
This is really aggressive from Andrew. I like this a lot, though. Lele is definitely the best attacker versus Dawnwing's Necrozma in the deck. Dawnwing's can't actually even knock it out through a Fury Belt with Moon's Eclipse. Oh, so we see the Prism. Do we see Max Elixirs onto it? I think Kevin's definitely contemplating.
I like 1 at least.
You could do Full Moon Star maybe and like put them all on the Ultra.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably is not going to happen anytime soon, but if anything, he could get a Psychic out of the deck and improve his odds even a little bit.
Ooh, he
got the metal.
That feels bad. Okay,
all right,
there's some Psychics. All right, so I think he does have Floatstone Max Potion in hand. He could, Floatstone that Necrozma Max Potion and just like start building up with Full Moon Star. And now you have a better Pokemon active, honestly, than that Lele. I think at that point.
And we saw Andrew's hand. He still got those ends he's sitting on. If you're Andrew, do you think you end in this position? Do you think you're just content with just continuing to poke over and over again?
The poke is really good, but, if Kevin starts to build up a large amount of energy on this Ultra Necrozma, and he can top deck out of this at any time.
There's another one.
That's the risk you take when you're just, like, not ending when you're in those kind of situations. Your opponent could just top deck out of it next turn, and you've not, like, done a lot on your turn.
That's true.
I think Andrew does have 1 more energy in his hand, or is that a Buzzwole? I can't really see.
I think Andrew drew a Buzzwole for his turn last turn.
I think if he has 1 more energy, he can get away with 1 more turn, but I think he just needs to be attaching every turn. And so, like, he doesn't have an attachment available. We'll see if he decides to end. I think he's definitely thinking about it.
Don't think he has a Float Stone to go with that.
He does not have a Float Stone in his hand. Yeah, I mean, that Ultra Necrozma, though, that's looking threatening.
Yeah, it's already got 2. We just need to see the 1 metal that would actually not take.
It doesn't knock out the Lele quite yet. Oh yeah, so he's gonna hit that for 70. There's the metal energy. Unfortunately, the Float Stone's actually just being a little bit of a blocker here.
Yeah.
Kevin can't max potion that Necrozma or the Lunala because he only has a metal in his hand. Yeah, so he's just gonna have to
probably pass.
Chill like that.
Oh,
yeah.
He is gonna max potion. Okay.
I mean, I feel like Kevin just wants to wait until
he's
things
trying
come
to buy
his
as much
way.
time as he can.
Like Andrew's not doing much.
Yeah.
And he's like conceding that he's not going to do much. The Lele actually, without an energy on that Lunala, is like 4-hit KOing it.
Yeah, and I think another thing too is in this kind of matchup where one side is pretty favored, I would say if you're the player playing the unfavored deck, you kind of want the game to go quicker. You kind of want to get an advantage really quickly, and you don't really want to lose it. So I think Kevin is kind of understanding that with this max potion on this Lunala. He's just thinking
he'll more likely win the long game.
Yeah, as long as the game goes for long enough, eventually a Dawn Wings Necrozma is going to get energy.
I like
on
the baby buzz grab. You know, you definitely don't need a 4th GX on this board. And I think Andrew knows at this point that Kevin is not playing Parallel Cities, so he can just bench whatever he wants pretty freely. Yeah, so this seems good. You know, you don't need 2 Trubbish. I feel like Andrew has to start ending. I don't know. I mean, he could just try and hit, but that's so many hits to KO.
Yeah.
And, you know, he could Guzma Jet Punch.
Okay.
But then Kevin, if he draws Psychic or something, that could be kind of rough. So, you know, this is probably your best turn though. This is probably your best turn if you're going to not attach an energy. Yeah. So this is fine. All right. What does Kevin top deck there? Looked like a supporter. Is it a Guzma?
It's not showing us.
He's keeping it a secret. It's a surprise for everyone.
Oh,
it's a Hoopa. Oh yeah, that's not feeling super good. Although Hoopa could just finish off that Buzzwole later on.
That's true. He could hit it for 180 and then go for the 2020. It looks like what he's gonna do.
Yeah, that doesn't seem bad, honestly.
No, 180 damage.
Oh, just providing 3 dice. Yep, throwing them on there, and Andrew acknowledges that I'm taking that damage. All right, so there's a Cynthia. He's definitely going to play that Cynthia. There's no way Andrew ends his turn with that Cynthia in his hand. Yep, there we go.
All right, this is good. He waited on the ends.
All right, he was able to get enough turns that were worthwhile.
Yeah, and now he's got the
Cynthia. I think if he waited one more turn and didn't top deck that Cynthia and didn't top deck an energy, then it wouldn't have been worth it anymore.
Yeah, he was getting to the point where it almost didn't matter, where he could just use the energy if anything. But now we see the Cynthia, and
part of playing
probably another Jet Punch. I think.
For sure. And in my opinion, part of playing this Buzzgarb deck is thinning your deck enough that when you hit the B-string turn, you just hit hard. And so that's kind of what Andrew's doing right now. Especially you can get that mysterious treasure. He can plop a Garbodor down, just throw him down, and say you can't deal with this right now. Kevin is most likely going to try and send out that Hoopa and poke that Buzzwole for a knockout and set up another Buzzwole and possibly just that be it.
But he needs a supporter.
He also needs an energy.
Yeah, Kevin's in kind of a pickle.
He is in kind of a pickle, But I just feel like Kevin, at any time, he could top deck out of this and be in a good spot again.
That's true. All right, so Andrew's gonna go with a Floatstone on the Garb. This is gonna shut off Invasion from Dawn Wings.
That's the most relevant. That's the only actually really ability that.
But nothing else. No Malamars. Okay,
there's a Beast energy. So do you just attach that to the Hoopa?
I don't know.
What's the other card in the hand?
He's got a Choice Band. I think you gotta take a prize.
I think you attach it to the Hoopa though and take the prize with that.
It's just a colorless energy.
Okay, Kevin's on the same page here. Yeah, it's just one colorless energy on that Hoopa, and he's going to use his Hyperspace Punch and take a knockout on the active most likely and put 20 on a Buzzwole. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, so 20 on that bench Buzzwole without a Fury Belt means that Ultra Necrozma can knock it out with 2 energy.
Yep.
So I like that. And Kevin drew 2 prizes, so perhaps he has a supporter in there. Andrew does have an N in his hand, I think. We'll be curious if he decides to use it. All right, Order Pad, Tails, and there's an N, yeah.
And showing him the N's that he was holding on to.
Yeah. He drew some more off that Cynthia, too. So
you can't blame him. You can't blame him for just, trying to win any way he can.
So now it's actually a pretty pivotal turn for Andrew to draw those B-strings, because if Kevin gets a surprise, Max Elixir, Floatstone, or something like that onto a Dawn Wings, and Andrew is in really bad position. He needs B-string, on 2 guys right now.
Well, good thing he plays 4.
Good thing he plays 4, and some Order Pads too. Unfortunately, one of those was Tails. Not what Andrew wants to see here. He's been running pretty hot on Order Pads today, to my knowledge. So,
you know about that firsthand?
It comes back to you. Yeah. It comes back to you.
Well, let's see. Let's see what he
I
has
didn't see a B-string in that hand.
I didn't see a B-string or an Order Pad.
Yeah, he's just going to attack with that. Oh, that feels bad.
For 70, it's going to set up a 2-shot.
It is a 2-hit KO, so it's not the end of the world. I think I see an Ace Arola in Kevin's hand, so he can pick up that Ultra Necrozma that's been poked. Oh, he has a Lele in his hand, too. Well, that feels bad.
Kevin can also pick up the Beast Energy, right?
He could pick up the Beast Energy. Is it worth it, though?
I don't know. I think it's interesting that
I would almost be inclined to just poke again,
Yeah, it could be good. You can get the 20 on the Lele, which he's going to need 2 pokes on that Lele, or...
Kevin's definitely Ace Rolling this
something
turn,
like that. Yeah, I think so. How many Psychics are in his discard? Maybe 1, 2 in Kevin's discard?
Yeah. Unfortunately, he has no way to access Lunala.
Yeah, he's just in... again, we didn't really see what he got for his prizes, but...
the Garbatox is actually making a difference right now, too, because Kevin has that Lele in hand.
Yeah.
So Andrew, being wise and, getting the Toxin is good because it turns off the Lele, it thins out his deck, and it just advances his game state further, because Andrew's deck is perfectly designed to draw well under Garbodor.
Yeah.
And Kevin's obviously is drawing fine under Garbodor throughout the day. He doesn't play that many abilities, but You know, sometimes you don't draw what you need.
Oh, Mysterious Treasure off the top.
Mysterious Treasure is pretty good. You might even want to hold that.
Definitely. It's a card you want to see. It's potentially a Dawnwings, so...
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, if he draws like a Psychic Energy, then...
Got that B-String.
Then he has B-String.
Yeah.
He could Acerola. I'd be curious. He could Acerola the Hoopa just so he has Beast Energy in his hand.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I like... Oh, okay.
He's going to pick this up.
That's fine, too. My logic there was like, if he picks up that Hoopa, then he has the Dawnwings ready.
Yeah, that's true. Well, with this line, though... that's kind of been Andrew's opening game plan, is just to try to damage that Dawnwings Necrozma, just to try to pick up some kind of knockout on it. We know that they're both kind of, I don't know if, I guess Kevin does not want to trigger Andrew's B-String just yet either.
Absolutely not.
So
I mean, actually, no, Andrew is in B-String range.
Andrew
because he knocked out that. Yeah, so Andrew is just like, he's biding his time, honestly.
Yeah.
You know, that Dawnwings, you know, potentially Andrew top decks like B-String Guzma, and that Dawnwings is dead.
Yeah, got the Dawnwings on the board. He's going to discard the Lele, which makes sense. Kevin's deck doesn't play Field Blower.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
no reason to have a Lele in your hand at that point. And yeah, we're just going to see probably a 20-20 here. 20 on the active that's fine because that sets up 190, which means a choice banded like Dawnwings.
I like this on the second one on the bench, the belt, because with the Lele, you're going to have to poke it twice to get the 2 energy knockout from the Ultra Necrozma anyway. So if you can somehow hyperspace punch these guys twice through, I don't know.
Kevin doesn't play Pokemon Recovery.
None?
No, I don't believe so.
So
he plays like thick lines of Ultra Necrozma though. Like
I don't know.
Four Pokemon.
If he doesn't play any Pokemon Recovery, then maybe I would have preferred to see the 20 on the other Buzzwole with no belt, just to kind of I don't know,
equalize the field.
Yeah, just, hedge your bets. You're gonna.
Andrew has burned 2 belts, so drawing them is going to get harder and harder, especially as you burn order pads.
And also, a good thing to note too, we see a Guzma here on the Ultra Necrozma. I think he's just going to poke it here.
Yeah, I mean, poking it seems fine. It's what, for 70?
Yeah, but what I was going to say was,
there's the Psychic.
If he also puts 20 on that other Buzzwole, then if Andrew ever needs to put Choice Band on one of the 2 Buzzwoles, he's putting it on one that's only going to take Ultra Necrozma 2 energy to get knocked out.
Yeah.
So this Hoopa's gone, potentially, in the next few turns, and that one Buzzwole could get a band and, I don't know, maybe do something. Kill the Dawnwings, that's probably the game plan. You have to kill the Dawnwings. All right, but we're going to see him go right for the Garbodor.
Oh, he's killing it.
He's going to kill it.
Okay.
Maybe he has another Lele in his hand or something. Mysterious Treasure.
That's very interesting. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say like Kevin had that Psychic, so his Dawnwings is now powered up and ready to go as long as Andrew triggers that B-String, but he's clearly just avoiding that at all costs. And I mean, Andrew might not have much going on in his hand either. We can't really get a. Oh, there's an end.
Belt,
this is probably a good time to end.
Trubbish too, if he wants to do that again.
This is a great time to end for Andrew. Yeah, Floatstone that Trubbish.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to really. You could probably even Floatstone like another Buzzwole or something, or you do even have it. He has a Fighting Fury belt.
Drop this belt.
Yeah, drop that belt somewhere. I think.
Probably on the one with 20. I would say the Buzz.
Yeah, I think the 20 plus belt is actually like good math for Andrew.
Yeah.
Kevin's gonna have to reach further.
So he's gonna go on this other one.
I don't think ultimately it will matter too much.
Probably not.
Lele's still not threatening a knockout, and Andrew has burned a fair amount of like basic Psychics or basic Fightings.
Yeah, with this deck with no elixirs, I mean, at the best we're gonna see a Jet Punch this turn. Kevin is at 3 prizes, which means Sledgehammer's not gonna do anything.
He could draw Energy B-String.
That's true.
He could draw Energy B-String and knock out that Ultra Necrozma, but then Kevin's just a Psychic away from going in with a Dawnwings.
Let's see what he gets.
Is that a B-String in there? I don't think I see one. Oh no, yeah.
No.
Oh, there it is.
There's
Okay.
one. Okay, so that's a good
start.
start.
A saving grace for Andrew. You probably just put it on that clean belted Buzzwole and see where it can take you.
I think I saw a Strong in his hand too. So
there is a Strong in his hand.
I think he's gonna be able to pick up this knockout.
All right, so yeah, so Andrew Cynthia that turn, right? I think I definitely liked to end better that turn because Kevin chose to Guzma, right? So like. If I'm Andrew and I see that Kevin chose to Guzma that Garbodor, that to me says that he has something going on in his hand.
Yeah, I'm not sure actually, because Kevin discarded his Lele off Mysterious Treasure, and then killed the Garbodor, which it seems good. It seems like killing the Garbodor opens up your options, but at the same time,
he might have also just been targeting it, so that way he wouldn't have to deal with Baby Buzzwole.
We see him top deck a Cynthia, I believe, here. But
oh yeah. So
what else was in his hand? Okay, he had an N,
Cynthia
which
and
is
an
all
N.
right.
I mean, N is not good right now, actually. No.
If he didn't have this, okay, he's gonna pass.
Okay, yeah, he's just trying to get that B-String triggered before he does.
Okay.
I can see that, but I'm a little nervous for that Dawnwings. Just a Guzma and an Energy, and that Dawnwings is toast. You know, and then Kevin will get punished for that line of play.
Pretty conservative from Kevin in the favored matchup.
Yeah.
We're going to see Andrew get these 2 fightings down. He's got a Guzma, it looks like.
Kevin might be saying, like, I have 1 B-string in hand. I could put 2 on my Ultra Necrozma, attach another Psychic there, Cynthia, and draw like a Dawn Wings B-string. And that would basically be game.
That would put him down to 1, and then pretty much can do whatever he wants for the last prize.
All right, Andrew's contemplating where to put those energy. I think, yeah, on another GX with the belt's fine. Doesn't really seem to be like a motivating factor to place that anywhere else. I think that is the end of his basic energy. He has 6 in play and 1 in discard, I believe.
Yep, that's it.
So that is all of his basic energy. His B-strings are now useless. And he has actually no real good way to discard them either, so he might draw them late game.
Just thinking about where to put the strong, I guess.
I mean, I don't feel like I feel like the Buzzwolves are almost identical at this point. You know, even the 20 damage doesn't feel super relevant.
He could energy drive this too.
He could energy drive.
And just hold
the energy.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. You know, Kevin can't GX attack, although that just opens up the Dawn Wings.
Yep, it looks like that's exactly what he's going to do.
You know, the Dawn Wings math isn't like super good for Andrew. He's doing what, 180, 190 with the strong. Yeah, there's the B-string. Kevin's been holding that in his hand for a long time now. He has like 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 Psychics left in his deck, so he might struggle Cynthia into this.
He's got the Lele active too. This is not what he wanted to hit into.
No, not at all. I mean, we might see like a spread with Hoopa this turn.
I wouldn't mind it. I mean, like we said before,
I wouldn't mind like an N and the spread with Hoopa.
Yeah, well, unfortunately he doesn't have N, but with
didn't he have N in his hand?
I'm not sure. He's elected to play the Cynthia, so I guess what he could do is hit both the Fury Belted things with 20 on it for 20 more with the Hoopa, make it so that a future Ultra Necrozma could use only 2 energy,
4,
but
5, 6, and all right, Kevin draws the choice band, but he has the float stone there already, so that's like kind of useless right now.
I think Andrew's actually in a pretty good spot.
He is, yeah.
He's got a lot of energy. He's got the Garbotoxin. I think he might just
pull this back. Oh, we might see just the full moon star here, which does not feel great. Although I do.
Oh, he's got the Ultra Necrozma.
Makes that feel better though. Yeah,
it's a really important draw.
This Dawn Wings though is like looking toast, I think.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get it out of here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see the full moon star. I think he's got around 3 Psychics, maybe 4. So probably just throw 1 on the Dawn Wings, maybe 2 on the Ultra Necrozma.
If Andrew gets a beast energy here, he can goose on that Dawn Wings and knock it out with an impact.
That's true. Yeah, and Andrew's got the classic.
Just put 3. What do you think? Do you put You can't really put any on the Lunala.
I like throwing the last one on the Hoopa if you can.
Yeah. Put 1 more on the Hoopa.
I don't know. There's just not really another spot, and also
Hoopa
has to retreat.
The problem with I mean, I guess just to retreat with it. That beast energy is just stuck there.
Oh, he can go on the active. I actually kind of like it on the active.
You kind of like it on the active, you think?
Yeah, because we know Andrew's out of basic fightings. We know that. So
I think I might just load up an Ultra. I think I'm loading up an Ultra.
It's possible, yeah.
And just like knocking out a clean Buzzwole.
Yeah, because Andrew's probably going to go in with this belt one. Yeah, okay, I kind of.
And like if Andrew chooses to knock out that Ultra Necrozma, he needs Beast Energy Guzma in his hand to knock out the Dawn Wing. So like Kevin's going to say like you don't have that.
Yeah.
You don't got it. And so what's Andrew's next best response? Probably to knock out the Ultra, but if he does that, then Kevin has Dawn Wings GX online.
He's going to get Moon's Eclipse.
And then Andrew just loses.
Yeah, so I think you have to kill the Moon's Eclipse.
He doesn't have a way to do that this turn.
He doesn't. He can't do it.
And, you know, hitting with Lele is pretty much doing nothing for your turn, you know. Hitting that Lunala for not enough is a waste of your turn.
Yeah, this is...
Looking through his discard pile.
This is tough. Does he still have the Beast Energy floating around, actually?
I think so.
The Beast Energy actually would get
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he needed that Beast Energy, but, you know, it would have to be in his hand already.
Yeah, that's true.
Buzzgarb has no way to, like, draw cards besides what they have in their hand and their supporters, so... But that supporter needs to be a Guzma. Maybe like a counter catcher in Buzzgarb, huh?
Could be good.
In this game, huh? Yeah, I'm all about the counter catcher now. Yeah, after all these games I've been playing. Interesting scenario.
We see Andrew in a position I found myself in last round, which is you have the Guzma,
really do much.
But you can't kill the Dawn Wing. So
and you can't kill the Ultra.
So you maybe want to go for a poke, but at the same time, you know Kevin's still got a max potion floating around.
What would you poke with here? Would you put like a strong on a? Oh no, he's just going. I mean, do you? I
do think he has the numbers to kill the Ultra Necrozma.
He does. His numbers are perfect to kill Ultra Necrozma. He's 10 damage. There's the Beast Energy in the middle of his deck there.
There it is. Yeah, he would need an N, though, to follow it up, because Kevin's going to go down to 1 prize with the Moon's Eclipse after Andrew would use
I just feel
attack.
like Andrew's path here is so rough.
It is.
Kevin started off really poorly this game.
We just saw a very simple, Cynthia get the Ultra Necrozma, using this Lunala, and
Lunala really putting in work.
Yeah, it's just
Kevin was saying how good this Lunala is in all these non-Zoroark matchups, and it's really, made his time to shine, I think, in his, in his top 8, in his top 4, and his finals matches.
It's huge. 160 HP, fighting resist, I believe.
Yes, it does have that fighting resistance, and the 160 HP basic, that's nuts on a 1-prizer.
Yeah, it's...
Andrew will do pretty much anything not to knock that out. But
yeah,
there's not much he can do, unfortunately, because Guzma, that Ultra Necrozma just gives Kevin game.
Yeah, I really don't know what Andrew does here.
I mean,
that Hoopa's got 70 on
he
it.
might just Guzma that Ultra Necrozma and try to 2-hit KO the Dawnwings with a Lele. I think that's going to be his game plan here.
Oh, he's just gonna blow it up.
I think that's going to be his game plan. He's gonna knock out this Ultra Necrozma. He's conceding that Kevin is going to use the GX attack, and he's going to try an N and 2-hit KO with Lele.
Exactly.
That seems like the play here. And if
Can
Kevin
he get the N though? I don't know if he has it.
Does he not have N in his hand?
He has an order pad. That doesn't do it.
Oh yeah, no, he can't order pad for support. Okay.
Oh, he used absorption. Okay, so this is just kind of like a
all right, so Kevin's just gonna thin out his deck. You don't want to put any 2 prizes on the board for Kevin right now. Just want to stick up, 1 prizer if you have any left. Otherwise, you're just thinning your deck and look at what's in there. You can even grab like a Lele to your hand and just discard it.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's your... he doesn't have...
Wings.
Oh, that's actually great. If he can... Andrew is past B-String, but if he could like Max Elixir or even just attach onto that Baby Dawnwings. So Andrew did absorption this past turn, so unfortunately Kevin doesn't have the luxury to go in with the Full Moon Star one more turn. So we're just going to see a Sycamore. There's the Guzma. So it's basically coming down to Andrew having N.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I think he's going to have to top deck it, or else I think Kevin's going to be his champion.
He has 1 or 2 left here. Kevin really pulling it back after an incredibly rough start. This just shows the staying power of his deck against these fighting variants. Yeah, just thin your deck, get that Max Elixir out of there. If you find something, you probably just put it on the Hoopa so you have a retreater.
Nope. Oh, metal.
Yep.
Okay.
Put that metal right there.
It's strange. He's got the 2 different types.
He's got these 2 energies that like don't even contribute to the Portal Strike or whatever.
Yeah, but it works. I mean, just the power of Max Elixir.
Yeah, now Andrew can't finesse with like Guzma, Jet Punch anymore. That might have been one of his only real outs to winning this game at this point.
Yeah, I don't see an out.
It's gonna come down just to that top deck of an N. And I think Andrew sees the writing on the wall. Oh, what was that? Oh yeah, I think he knows. That's a Fury Belt.
Belt. Yep.
That's gonna be it. Kevin does have the Guzma in hand. Andrew, I think, understands that Lele is his attacker this turn.
Yeah.
But I think the writing's on the wall here. Unfortunately, and even if he hit the heads there, Andrew's not playing the random receiver to be able to go in with that. Yeah, I think he's calculating his odds here. The writing's really on the wall. Kevin has Guzma in hand. Andrew doesn't know this yet.
But he's got to play like he doesn't. He's got to find the way.
You have to. I mean,
win.
you lose regardless if Kevin has Guzma. So there's no reason to play like you have it.
So he's going to play the Cynthia here.
Yeah, Kevin flashes the Guzma. The N is passed. And Kevin is our Nick Bailey Open 3 champion, with that awesome Ultra Beast deck. That was awesome. Really, Kevin was so patient, and it paid off big time.
Yeah. Dominant. Not really much to say.
Really dominant. Yeah, Kevin really...
Oh, we got the money on the stream.
Yeah, we got $150 to first and $75 to second. That's awesome. Congratulations to these awesome competitors. They fought so well today. Andrew coming back from like a round 2 loss against me, and then pulling it all the way back to top cut.
Well, Andrew had a game loss in top 8.
He did against
Malamar, and he was able to effectively 2-0 the Malamar in top 8. So
crazy.
The fact that he was able to get second is really impressive.
Absolutely.
From that draw.
Absolutely. I was joking around with Andrew that this was my tournament if he lost to that Malamar. But Kevin Baxter's deck is incredible, and I'm
really good.
I'm so glad to see him do well with one. He's homebrewed ideas all year, and some of them haven't quite panned out. But this one I like a lot. I like strategy there.
Kevin Baxter's been making his own decks as long as I can remember, and
of course,
it's a really solid idea. It's you realize you don't need the Malamar. B-String is good enough. B-String has a lot of natural synergy with the Ultra Necrozma too, because you can get the metal and the psychic which helps you not just fulfill the attack requirement, but you could also get 2 Psychics.
Absolutely.
He has a lot of different options.
So many options. Yeah, I think Kevin, when we were talking about the deck, he was just conceding that Beast Ring is an insanely broken card, and he's just going to play a deck that takes advantage of that. And I think he actually found a deck that takes incredible advantage of that card's power.
Absolutely.
Also, to answer a question in chat, Andrew's game loss was for writing Mysterious Treasure twice on his deck list. So he wrote 3 Mysterious Treasure, and then later on his deck list, he wrote 3 Mysterious Treasure again. Obviously, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
You know, he's not trying to, like, sneak in with a 63-card deck with 6 Mysterious Treasures.
Yeah, I don't think that would have helped his case.
No, and I feel like, this matchup, you probably don't even want that many Mysterious Treasures. So.
Yeah.
Fun fact, actually, Kevin has opted out of Ultra Ball.
Really?
He only plays Mysterious Treasure.
Yeah, I did notice that, actually.
Yeah, so we saw that with like some of these early Malamar builds, which I don't agree with in Malamar because you need a lot of Pokemon.
That's true.
But with this, with this deck, you only need like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they're all Psychic or Dragon. Kevin doesn't play a single Pokemon in his deck, realize, that is not Psychic or Dragon type.
No, and they're all very powerful on their own. I mean, he's got that Baby Dawnwings.
Some of the strongest cards in the game right now.
I really like that Baby Dawnwings. We see Baby Buzzwole dominating the format for the past few weeks, and now we've got,
Baby Dawnwings is awesome just to even send up in front of it.
What's the best way to deal with the best one prize is to, use your own one prize that hits for weakness. So, and it's an Ultra Beast too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the deck has a lot of synergy.
I think Kevin was on the right track. You're taking the concept of the Beast Box and the Beast Rings, and you're taking out, things that make your matchup sketchier. So, like, things like the Naganadel, that's really weak to Dawnwings, and, you're just getting wrecked. Oh, Natalie over here.
Oh, no. I bumped this.
How you doing, Natalie?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great,
We raised almost $1,800, right?
Wow. Yeah, that's incredible.
That's not counting PayPal. I haven't checked PayPal yet, so
thank you so much to everyone who has supported this event. We love every single one of you. You guys are incredible.
Thank you, guys. It means a lot.
I told them to come over here, so they should be
Absolutely, yeah. So our finalists should be over here as well as our champion. And we'll get to, get some insight into the way they were playing that game. I would love to hear from Kevin as well with his slow game. I mean, I would be scared playing a game like that.
No fear from Kevin
No
Baxter.
fear.
He's been around. He's played in those kind of moments, and
he's seen every situation more times than I have played games.
He knew that it was only a matter of time.
Right, and it really was. It really was only a matter of time. So Kevin Baxter's right over here. We're gonna scooch you on over here. Get him in. Yeah, the old ledge maneuver. I mean, you're way taller than the rest of us, so you'll still tower over us. Probably. Yeah, I see you fit right in.
A joint interview, or what are we doing?
Sit on his lap.
Yeah, get in here, man.
I don't know. Let's see. How do we?
We got ledge space, kind of.
Here, I can scoot you on out here.
All right.
Scooty.
I got a wire.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What's up? How's that?
Yeah.
Something's fine.
It's just the laptop battery.
Well,
it should be all right.
Okay,
we're backlit
good.
now.
You good? You all good?
I brought down the whole house.
Oh yeah, you can't go anywhere without.
We're trying to get everyone in here for
the blanket.
Winner and second place interview.
What's up? Where's Kevin?
We're in here.
Here we are.
Kevin. All right, Riley, get in here.
All right.
All right.
We're
What's
all
up?
here.
Hey guys, so we saw your finals match.
It was brutal.
Game
I
one.
don't know what's much to talk about.
Game one pretty brutal, but game two we saw some hope from your side, Andrew.
Your board looked great, and Kevin was playing a patient game if I've ever seen one.
Yes.
He was sitting on a supporter for a turn. He was waiting for you to take that knockout. It was crazy.
I had to.
And
was
that's
nuts.
the thing is I didn't even know that there was a supporter in that hand. I just eventually I had to take a knockout somewhere. I was looking at the math. The amount of healing he did really made it so that I wasn't going to be able to do the Pokemon.
He drew all of his healing cards.
Yes,
I believe.
I was not. He played to both Max Potion and Ace Aurora. I was not going to be able to. My strategy was going to be to poke around and try to take like a 4-prize turn. He made it so that was never going to happen.
Right.
So I eventually had to go in and bite with the Lele. I'm like, all right, if I have to fight with anybody, it's fine. Whatever.
Right.
He hasn't played a supporter yet, so maybe he still doesn't have it.
And you were very close too to even just getting that beast energy like Guzma the Dawnwings.
Yes.
Which would have been a huge turn for you.
Right. So I just needed the beast energy. That was in deck. I knew that at the end of the game, I decided I had to just go on the Necrozma. I thought about that turn forever, and I was like, here's the thing. I have beast energy in deck, which will get me knockout on the Necrozma. I think I also had 3 ends in deck.
Yeah. We were talking about hitting with the Lele and see what happens.
My thought process was hey, you either goose up the Dawnwings and hit into it with Lele. That feels bad.
Yeah, that does feel bad.
Yeah, that feels real bad. So then I was like, I probably want to knock knock out the Ultra Necrozma, hope I top deck one of my 3 ends, and promote the Lele, right? And then just like hope he doesn't knock it out, draw into my own beast energy for game on the
So
Dawnwave.
building off of that, you're talking about like possibly one of the top deck ends, or some people are playing the random receiver in this deck. I've also talked about maybe playing an energy lotto in this deck.
There are 2 matchups where I felt like the random receiver would be very good. Yeah. And so I think that that's something that I could see now.
Yeah, I've also considered like energy lotto to dig for your specials a little more.
Dig for your specials? I like that.
With order pad. Yeah, that's something I've talked about. I have not tested it yet, but I was wondering, are there any like items you would consider adding to the deck to make your order pads like have a little more?
The random receiver, like I kept saying that like I don't need it because I'll just order pad for a Mysterious Treasure and get a Lele. But it finally kind of cropped up that like, okay, I want like a different supporter than what I got in my hand, or I just want to give myself a shot to hit the Guzma or a shot to hit the end.
And you like have a full bench too. Like even if Garbotoxin wasn't online, your bench is full.
Right, exactly. So I think the random receiver could be good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Kevin, tell us a little bit about your deck. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it was a 1 a.m.er.
I know. I was there. Yeah.
Some of the best decks I've ever made late in the morning.
Yeah. I got the original idea from Jose Morero's tweet a couple weeks ago about winning some cups with Beastbox. And I looked at that and I was like, that looks really good, but Naganadel is not very good.
Yeah, we were discussing that here.
Take those out and just put more of the other good stuff.
Yeah, and it clearly paid off. We were saying like you acknowledged D-String is just a broken card, and you played to that card, and you probably picked the 2 best partners for that card. There were 8 B-Strings among these decks in the finals. That's crazy.
Waiting for people to take prizes.
That's crazy.
Tons of B-Strings.
Yeah, that second game we saw, you had that B-String in your hand. You used Mysterious Treasure to discard that Lele under the Garbotoxin. You were
I didn't think I was going to kill the Garb.
Okay.
I thought I was just going to have to top deck supporters to have a chance.
But did you think that in that position where you were just kind of playing it slow, was there ever any doubt? I mean, with the psychic weakness.
I thought I was going to lose game 2.
You did.
I mean, we did too for a period of time.
I didn't draw stuff. Yeah.
Right. I mean, he was in top deck mode. I had an out to win for sure. The Sycamore there, huge.
And the thing we were saying though is like, Kevin's deck can just like top deck 1 card and immediately go to like Dawnwing's Town.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's like so.
I felt like
it
I was
converts so
on
fast
the whole time.
Which is probably the biggest strength of the deck is you convert into like big knockouts really fast with these.
Right, for sure.
So like looking at your deck, is there anything you would change moving forward? How are you feeling about the deck?
I really like the list today. Like I said earlier, I don't think any major changes. You could mess around with the supporters or something. But I wouldn't change anything about the idea of it.
Yeah, I mean the concept seems really strong. The concept's really strong.
I think Beastbox like fully realized. It's like you got all the.
This seems like the way to play Beastbox.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm about it, man. Like I was definitely doubting it, in our testing games, but you proved me wrong and a half.
Yes. I was playing poorly, suboptimally.
You were. There's a lot of micro decisions in that deck.
It's actually it seems like a really high skill ceiling deck.
It does. It does. And you played. Yeah, I can tell you you picked up some knowledge over the course of this tournament.
I started today playing awful and got better as it went. There's just so many options with all the little non-GXs and stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome, man. Well, is there anything you want to say to the viewers back home?
I guess I'll see everybody in Nats.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations, Kevin, on your Worlds invite. Congratulations on winning the Nick Bailey Open. Andrew, any messages for the fans at home?
Yeah, thank you, everybody who supported the cause, everybody who watched the stream. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, raised over $1,800 before PayPal.
That's amazing, yes. Yeah. Thank you guys so much. Awesome experience. Shout out to everybody who ran the tournament. Natalie for helping run the tournament as well.
Yeah, Natalie, get in here.
The TOs, Natalie. In Zone Games. You guys are amazing. And thank you all for watching. You guys are amazing.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
See everyone at Nationals.
Dude.